Alright, hello, welcome to another Alpha Strike We Play video, and we are finally going to get down to a battle that we've been waiting to have for quite some time. Thankfully everything's good now with the weather and whatever, it's reasonable. We can give it a go.
It got boiling hot for a while
It
there.
did, yeah, it's terrible. But yep, we're going to have a look at Aerospace again, and this is a battle report where we're going to use dropships for the first time.
Yeah.
All right, so Tarron, I gave Tarron the option of attacker or defender without telling him what was going on. He chose attacker, so he gets a dropship.
I get a Union class dropship because yay.
And I will be basically trying to stop him from getting onto the planet. I'm using 2 of the Slayer SL-15s, which is what we used in our last battle report. So you sort of know what they have. There's autocannons and medium lasers and things like that. But even with the modified battle value with these 2, I ended up with a gunnery 2 and a piloting 3 in each of those.
Yes, because I'm on 3,962. Sana and Master Unit List both agree on that for the 2708 version of the Union. Unfortunately, Megamech Lab has printed it out with a different BV, and I don't know why, but there you go, such is life.
But we'll go with Master Unit List.
We'll go with the 2 that agree.
Yeah.
And we split it, and you will, what, like 2 points, 2 BV points short of being able to drop your piloting skill a bit more.
Something, yeah, that's all right though. But I mean, a gunnery 2-3 pilot is an excellent,
not bad
so
at
that's
all.
Cool. And I'll need all of that skill because that thing's just a big brick with guns. It could just plow through 2 little fighters. But we're putting the pressure on. Eight turns.
Put the pressure on.
That's
so I have to get to the planet, which is at your end,
correct,
from space, which is at my end. So this line here, I want to point out that we're technically doing this the wrong way around. Normally you would do your space in rows. So the rows are obviously across this way.
Yes. And
it's a lot easier to do in rows. So do it by rows. It's easier, but you don't have to technically. So point number 1 is we are not going rows because then
this way
we'd have to sit at like opposite ends and you'd only have like 5 rows or something.
Yeah.
So we're going to go all the way across the board here, which puts our atmosphere interface on this line, right? So there, and then you've got like 4 or 5, I think it is.
I think it was like 9. There's 9 or 10 hexes that go to about here, all right? And that is, you are affected by gravity, but not the atmosphere effects. And we'll get to that. So,
and then there's the interface row, and then there's 4 rows of atmosphere, and then ground.
Tarron wants to land in one of these 3 here. So there's row 1, 2, 3, 4, upper atmosphere, and then you've got gravity but no atmosphere effects, and then you've got space. Yeah. Which is how we played before. You just spin your thrust and face it and whatever.
The second thing I want to point out is this is a mech scale Union dropship, not
like a map
aerospace scale.
They have map scale, and
so normally this would be like that size on a little doodah, and you'd be able to fly like half a dozen of them around the place. So this is technically this isn't the way you should be doing it, but it doesn't matter. Feel free.
No, because each of the hexes I think were what 18 kilometers.
Kilometers or something. There's like no way that is like 50 k's across or whatever. So just bear with us on that one. Yeah.
So in theory, I mean they make the little aerospace scale fighters. They're like this big
little teeny weenies,
and these at this size, and it's pretty cool.
It's very very cool, but
it works for us.
We didn't really have one ready to go, so stuff it. We'll just use this. But just know it is only going to be in 1 hex, so I'll try and keep it in 1 hex if I can. Just so you guys are aware and you're not thinking, oh, what are they doing?
So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to play the battle. We're going to basically teach as we go. Probably learn some things ourselves as we go.
Learn as I go because
we had to read. We're pretty sure we'll know what was going on. So that's it. So this is the scenario. 8 turns. Tarron's got to get his dropship down to the planet. I've got to stop him. All I need to do is basically cripple him, or if he can screw up his landing and maybe damage himself and blow up, but we'll see.
Yeah.
The mechs inside aren't going to be any use right now. He's got to get onto the planet, and then once they're unloaded, there ain't no way I'm going near that.
I could technically drop them here and just take off. That'd work. But then you'd be able to shoot them down.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I better not do that.
But no, don't do that. So these, we'll try and get Pillar to put the 2 record sheets up. The first one we'll put up is the Slayer SL15. There you go. Tarron can have one of those to have a look. Look, 80 tons. It's been a staple for the Innisphere forever. This version is one of the earlier versions, so no sort of advanced tech, but decent amount of armor.
Solid armor.
Yep. Medium lasers, so you don't have to worry too much about ammo, and it's got a big AC-10 for some big damage ballistic. So it can do some nice strafing runs and strikes and things like that, but it's geared pretty good for taking on this job, I think, with a decent pilot, which is what we've got. But if you put up the dropship record sheet, if it's up already,
I'm still a bit worried about the amount of armor you've got there, to tell you the truth. But yeah, there's quite a lot of weaponry on this. It's all laid out in bays, obviously. I think you'll see on Sana that it lists it as having like 3 PPCs or something like that, 3 PPC bays. So basically you've got 1 PPC in the nose bay, right? There's a PPC in the nose, it's got 1 PPC in it, and there's a PPC in the left side front and the right side front, each bay having 1 PPC in it. And you can take that and like sort of figure out the rest from there. But there's a lot of weaponry.
There's a lot
of weaponry.
All right. So how do weapons fire on the dropship? We've just had a look.
So the weapons of a similar class, so energy weapons or laser weapons, PPCs, LRMs, all of that, they're all split into a bay. You fire the bay individually. You fire all of the weapons in that bay with a single target number. You work out your target number for the bay, say your LRM bay, and you roll to see if it hits. If it hits, you do the damage. If it doesn't hit, you roll you mark your ammo off or whatever, and
as you normally do, yeah.
And then you shoot with the next bay. If you have multiple targets, each bay is allowed to attack a separate target. To my knowledge, as far as this reading goes,
that's what it says.
That's as far as I'm concerned, right? Okay, so
when you're building it, so lasers, so large lasers or medium lasers have the same category.
So they all go in the same bay.
Now, a large laser can shoot further than a medium laser. So if the target you're shooting at, is in the longer bay, then only the large laser damage is going to apply if you hit.
You'll see that
full heat.
You'll see that on there. I'm pretty sure that's damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on short range there's a couple of bays there, like 3 bays there that have got 2 medium lasers and 1 large laser, and you'll see that there's a short range value of 18.
Yep.
And a long medium range value of 8. So that 8 is just the large laser hitting at medium range, and the 18 is everything hitting at short range.
Correct.
So yeah, you can target them like that, but your bay will do a different amount of damage depending on the range if there's different size weapons in it. But they all still shoot as one.
Because it looks impressive.
It does, yeah.
And quartermasters, they love paying for ammunition that's not really being used properly.
Oh dear.
That's your problem.
I was going to say that the mercenary in me is going, you are wasting energy, you are wasting ammo, you are doing it wrong. So it's almost always best to just keep it as a single type of weapon, but with stuff like lasers where you're not actually generating, like you're not counting off ammo or doing anything weird like that, having multiple ranges is not a big deal. I mean, you can just wait till they get into short range and then shoot with everything. It's not that big a deal.
But that's it. Yeah, so basically, Tarron's got some options to split his fire. So there's, I don't know, it's probably an advantage for me to fly as a pair and pick one back, because I don't particularly want to be shot with all those weapons.
You just want to pick one side to start whacking away at, because I've got 180 points of standard armor on there, and you've got to do 18 damage for the threshold to go over. So
I won't. No, because it's per hit. It's per.
It's per weapon.
Yeah,
hit,
I
isn't
don't.
it?
I
Yeah,
don't
no, you
possess
don't
a
have
weapon
anything
bigger,
that
so you
big.
don't have to worry about that, man. You just I'll just cross off armor and just
keep going
plowing
until you get to
towards.
180.
That's
We're
it.
right.
Yeah.
Dear,
all
oh
right.
dear.
All right, so I'll take that. Thank you.
You take that. I'll take this.
Number 2 and 3. So he could be number 2 and he could be number 3. All right.
Did you want some like velocity stuff and things, or
No,
are you
it's all
you're
because it's
just going to write it on?
Because you got a velocity
Yep,
record
okay.
sheet, but it's like we'll see how we go.
I'm going to use a dice for my velocity because I like doing that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could probably do it. I've only got the 2 fighters, so that's.
But
fine.
yeah, no, that showcases 2 different ways to do it. You can have a little like spinner thing that shows you like numbers 1 to 50 or whatever.
Yeah.
And do stuff like that. I've got to try and remember how this works. So let's get into it.
So let's have a go. All right. So basically, Tarron's not under the effect of gravity or anything until he gets about here. All right. So that's not a problem. So first things first. Now you can roll initiative. All right, but considering the way things work, it's probably not worth it because drop ships always move before like your lighter craft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because mover then goes into sub phases. So you got your drop ships, then you got small craft, and then fighters.
And then fighters.
That's it. So normally you would roll initiative, but we won't bother with this. So turn 1, Tarron will drift away.
Oh, I'm not drifting, buddy. I'm powering in on
You're
the full
powering
in. I don't want to go like too fast. Technically, once you get into atmosphere, you're going to be having problems. The gravity well, not so much, but it's still going to
probably not here. It's still going to affect you.
It's still going to affect me.
1, regardless, because it's such a big gravity well. But it's when you get into this atmosphere area, if you have 0 velocity, then it's a real problem.
There.
So
I'm thinking too fast. If I hit the interface going too fast, then I'm in trouble.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's true.
So I could crank this up to like 20 or so, and it would be fine. You come in on maximum burn, and then just try and slow down. But my maximum thrust is 5. So that's the maximum I can either increase or reduce my velocity by.
Yeah.
So I don't want to come in at like 25 because I'll be over here and unable to slow down when I get to the atmosphere.
Sounds like fun.
So I am going to fly in on this side in this hex here at 10.
Okay. All right. So move along.
So I'm moving first. I'm moving first because I'm coming in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to spend 5. No, I'll spend 3 thrust. Because if I spend maximum thrust, it's over my safe thrust and I have to make a roll, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll spend 3 to drop myself down to a 7. So 3 is my safe thrust. Yeah. I'm trying to play it safe here. I don't want to die before I even get to the fighters.
So it'd save me a bit of time.
Right. It would, yeah. If I just burn my craft up and split into a billion pieces, you can just mop up, can't you?
So there has to be a movement gap between adjusting your velocity. So you've done it at the end of your turn.
Yeah. So next turn I have to move before I can change velocity.
Change again. That's right.
Or I could just move and then wait for my next turn and then change velocity.
Correct. Yeah.
But you can't change velocity twice, like either end of a movement.
There's got to be at least a move in between any changes. All right, so I'm starting in the ground. So there is a high altitude table on page 80 of, this is the old book, but Total Warfare, which is what we go for. And that tells you your maximum safe velocity. So I'm starting in the ground. I haven't got any damage, so taking off's not a problem. So the maximum I'm going to be spending is 2, even though my safe thrust is 6. So they're both going to spend 2. And then they go 1, 2. Yep, that's it. So now I'm in row 2. I can go a bit faster when I take off. So I'm actually at 2. All right, so that's movement. So there's no shooting.
No shooting because we're well out of range.
There's no control rolls. No one's had to do anything. So that's basically the end of that. So we go straight on to turn 2.
Now I spent. I changed my velocity at the end of my last turn, so I can't change it at the beginning of this turn. So I'm going to move my 7 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now I have to decide whether I want to change my thrust now, or change my velocity now, or wait till the start of next turn. I think I want to change it now, actually, because at 7 I'm spending 3 per facing change. So I might drop down to 5. So I'm gonna spend 3 again, and I'm gonna drop down to 4. So again, I cannot change my velocity at the start of next turn. I have to wait. So. But now I'm a lot closer, and I'm on the gravity line.
Yes. Okay, well, I can go to 6, so they're both going to spend. So they're at 2 at the moment. Let's spend 6 anyway. 6, 5, 6. Here we go. Right.
Yeah, so I've got MRV and LRV, so I can fire at you with both of those if I want to.
So range is 7 to 12 hexes is medium range value for your weapons bays.
Yeah.
So they're each going to fire an AC 10, because that's all they got right now.
Go for a 20.
You would also keep track of fuel and things like that, but considering how much fuel that the Union class carries, a 8-turn scenario is not going to make any difference, and neither will it for the Slayer, because it's quite generous. It's got like 5 tons or something of fuel and stuff, 400 points or something. It's pretty good. So I won't be worrying.
6,450 fuel points.
Fuel points.
So I don't think I'm going to run out in a single scenario here.
All right, so let's have a look here. I'll roll everything together. Put those blue dice. Okay. So I have a gunnery of 3. I am shooting into your front arc, so that's a +2.
Mm-hmm.
And the range, which is another +2.
Yeah, because we're at medium for those. You're not evading or anything?
No, I'm shooting. Are you evading? Or
No, I'm going to shoot you.
You're going to shoot, okay.
I was pretty sure I'd be in range this time. I was just looking for gravity stuff, so that I
Fair
know
enough.
what I'm doing roughly.
All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. 1 hit you on the nose, 8. To the nose. Position 8 is nose fire control system, which I won't ever get.
Yeah, so the nose,
10 points.
Nose takes 10 points.
Just 170 to go.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you got onto the second row. 10. Look at that. Look at that. Look, everybody. Look at the damage he's doing. Oh my god.
Thanks so much for that decal on there.
Is it my turn
now? Yes. Would you like to shoot at fighter 2 or fighter 3?
So what does the whole nose bay generate? The whole nose bay generates 30 points of
and you've got 90 heat to spend.
And I'm pretty sure I can fire at you with nose and or left and right, right?
Well, that's when you got to look into your fire arcs.
I'm pretty sure they cross over. Just a sec. There it is. No, nose only straight forward, but you are slightly off to the left. So nose and 4 left can hit you. So this is my nose only line.
Yep.
And this is nose and left.
Damn.
Okay. So yes, technically I could fire both of those. The whole left arc generates 38, and my nose generates 30. So that's 68 out of a possible 90 heat sinks. I think I'm safe. So everything with a medium range value in those is going to try to hit you, I guess. I don't think the bay has any influence on target numbers, like the location.
No. But like if you had pulse, you get that benefit.
Yeah.
and things like that.
Okay, so I've got attacking against the nose will be a +2. I'm starting with a 4, so that's 6. We'll start with the LRMs, which are at long range. So that's another 4, that's 10s.
Are they at long range or?
Yeah, so what was the range?
7. Sorry, 1, 2, 9.
9, oh, so they're a medium range.
Medium
ones.
range,
Okay,
yeah,
so
so it should be
everybody's
+2.
on +2. Okay. Yep, sorry, I'm still...
No, that's okay.
I keep
there's
thinking
a lot less,
BattleTech
but there's
instead
a
of
lot
Aerotech.
less modifiers in this than there is in, yeah.
Yeah, so +2 for medium, +2 for against the nose. I haven't done any weird stuff. You haven't done any weird stuff, so I think we're okay. So I just need like a boatload of dice, and we can start pulverizing aerospace fighters. He said confidently before it all fell apart.
So many guns.
Okay, so
here we go.
They'll all be the same target number. So let's run with like the PPCs first, I guess.
You just want to roll
PPC. So there's a PPC bay on the left side, and there's a PPC bay in the nose. So those two are the PPCs, and the long-range missiles will do as well. So there's 2 long-range missile bays. So the little ones are long-range missile bays. Okay.
And who are you shooting at? 2 or 3?
I'll shoot all of these at this guy.
2.
Okay. 2, and I'll shoot everything else at that guy.
Right.
Okay.
Split it up a bit. Okay.
So let's try and do a bit of damage.
Because the rooms.
So I'm on 4, 6, 8. 8s. Well, I got 1 of the PPCs to hit you, and everything else missed.
Nice.
So 1 PPC bay does 10 points of damage to the nose.
Yoink.
Location 12 is nose and KF boom for me, but it's nose and weapon for you.
Nose and weapon. Destruction tech. Yeah.
You've got a thing on your nose.
Nose. You did 10 damage. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yes. So you get a critical chance now. So it was.
Oh yeah.
Or something like that. 12 nose. So you're doing 1.
Yeah. So if it exceeds the threshold, you get a critical. So I got 10,
which is nose weapon.
Nose weapon. I think it was 10 I had to get actually, wasn't it? My location was a 6.
Yeah.
That's a critical as well.
Okay. And what did you need? Did you need the standard thing, an 8+?
Yeah. So yeah, 8+. So it's a critical hit. Appropriate critical hit for that location takes effect as shown on the hit location table.
Okay.
So
and defender chooses. So
it's a weapon critical hit.
So I'll get rid of a medium laser.
Yep.
Because I still want my big gun.
That was for the
12.
armor threshold.
Oh, armor threshold.
Armor threshold. This is because I rolled a 12.
12.
11 is passed, so it's another critical for there.
There goes my AC 10. No. Oh.
It was lucky hits.
Lucky hits. It's called.
Oh, wait, no, just cross 1 off.
Just 1?
Yeah, because it wasn't my hit that was a 12, it was the location that was a 12. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the location that was a 12,
good.
not my hit.
Okay.
Yeah, so 1 weapon gets crossed off.
Nice,
Sorry, that's my fault.
I'm acting like that 1 AC 10 is going to win me the game.
we killed a laser, lads. We killed a laser.
Well, you did war there.
All right.
So that was just him. Now you're up against this guy.
Yep.
You'll fire it in. Okay, so what have you got there?
So now I've got 2 AC5 base. So there's 1 on the nose and 1 on the left side.
Okay.
And then I've got 2 laser bays. So 1 on the nose, 1 on the left side. So the big dice are the AC5s, the little dice are lasers.
So it was 8s.
Yeah, again, it's just flat 8s, which is nice and easy. So I got a 9, I got an 11, and those 2 missed. So there's 1 laser bay and 1 AC bay.
Okay.
So the AC bays do 10, and they will hit the 7. What's the 7 for you? Nose control. So it's 10 points to the nose again, which is again over your integrity, your thingo.
Threshold.
Threshold.
Yeah.
Yep. 10 is a critical, so your control system takes a critical.
No. So fire control.
Yeah.
Oh.
So crew must make a control roll. If the roll fails, the unit goes out of control.
So I take a hit here.
Oh no, that's fire control. Yeah, that's FCS.
Yes.
7 is nose control.
Nose a control roll.
So
okay.
you have to make a control roll or go out of control.
Okay. So I'll do that.
We can do that afterwards.
Yeah, because you're still doing that. And
then one of the laser bays hit. The laser bays do 18 damage. No, we're at medium, aren't we? So 8 points of damage.
Yep. So you roll where?
On 7 again. So 8 points to nose control.
Which is not enough to do a...
No. It equals your threshold, right? No, it's just under, right?
No.
I was going to say it has to be
threshold
over,
9,
sure.
damage 8, so just armor. But that's okay. You've caused enough problem. Was that all of that for there? And now I do my check.
Yeah, that's all of my shooting.
So,
stupidly enough.
Piloting 2. Was there a penalty? No, it's just a check.
Yeah, just a straight check.
4. That's okay.
You're okay, right?
Yeah, because okay. Piloting 2, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay, so that's it?
Well, I don't want you to do any more.
Alright, I'm in the gravity well, so I'm going to get
so at the
pulled
end,
down one.
You go
in the end
1,
phase.
yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm in there too. So,
I have to turn around. So
yes, you have to enter the upper atmosphere with your bum facing
backwards.
Down.
Yeah. Now I'm still a little iffy on how I go about moving once I'm there. Can I move backwards?
So you'll be moving 1
down per turn.
Yeah, if you have 0, or you can spend 2 to stay in the same hex.
Yeah. You
can spend 3 to side slip,
or
you can spend to go down. Your max thrust is based on,
Yeah, I just have to end up facing away from the planet, otherwise I have all sorts of problems.
Correct.
So trying to do that with only being able to spend 5 thrust in a turn is pretty difficult. So it's probably best for spheroid dropships that don't have really high thrusts to just turn around and drop towards the planet. But let's see how we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so me first again?
Yes, sir.
How
to auto-win initiative. Take small stuff, but how to get pummeled. Take small stuff.
You're going to be able to get behind me any second now, and then I've only got like 1 bay that can shoot you. So, I'm going to not spend any thrust for velocity change this turn. I'm just going to stay at 4. And I don't think there's any point in me spinning around yet, is there? So it's 1 for ground, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4,
and then the interface.
Then
so there is the interface.
So this is the interface.
Yeah.
If you have a look on there.
Yep. Yeah, that's the interface. Yeah.
And then here is space.
But it's all gravity.
But it's still gravity.
All right, so I'm going to move forward my 4. And I'm just going to stop there. And while you make your move, I'm going to double check my firing arcs.
You have a lot more armor on the front, don't you? You've got 104 on the rear.
And 170 left on the front. So you're much better off trying to get behind me if you can. But like I say, these are entirely the wrong scale. So if you're thinking, no, you're going to get burned up by the thrust. No, that's not what happens.
Representative. All right.
I just want a quick look at my firing arcs again because I want to be able to hit you with stuff.
I think I might over thrust so I can get in a position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 9. All right.
That's
So we've had a little chat. We figured it all out. So what's happened is I decided to use maximum thrust on my pilots, which is 9. So we had a starting movement of 6, a starting thrust of 6. So I have to move at least 6 hexes if I didn't want to slow down, which I chose not to. I moved along here and I did a 3 point to turn here, and then 2 3 points to turn here, which gives me my 9. Because fighters can do multiple base changes, they still have to pay the cost, but because they're more maneuverable, they can do that. But because I've spent my maximum thrust, the overthrust or whatever they call it, I've got a penalty to shoot. So Tarron likes that.
I do like that, yes.
Like that. He can evade as well, which makes him nice. So there we go.
Yeah.
Because you're not evading. So you can do lots of damage.
Evading. I'm trying to hit you.
All right.
But I've only got my aft bay that can hit you. So
I'm firing everything except my rear mounted weapons.
You're at short range, so there's nothing there. It's against the rear, so there's nothing there, but you exceeded safe thrust this turn, so you got a +2.
2. So it's a 5.
Yep. There's no sensor damage or anything like that.
1, 2,
yeah,
3.
You're up.
Got one more laser. All right, so 5s. This is, I'll do aircraft 2 actually. Do in the order. So he's lost a medium laser, so that works out exactly right. What's wrong?
No, you're right. Yep.
Okay.
Where you go?
3, 4, 5. Hurrah.
So you're gonna absolutely pummel me this time.
So I missed with a medium laser. So
everything else is rolling locations on the aft.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right, so 10 points to...
I've got side thruster for 5 here. Is it 5?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, so my location table will be slightly different to
this one.
Adam's got. So,
so
5 is side thruster. So 5, 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
Threshold is 11, so I'm safe.
A 4?
4 is somehow nose sensor. So how many points?
5 now.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And 5 to 6.
6 is side cargo. So we'll call that left side for 5.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then 7 for 5.
7 is side weapon. So roll another D3.
Left side.
Left side again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so same again. This is the other fighter. I have to roll an extra dice here, extra set of small dice.
Because he's got an extra weapon.
He's got an extra weapon. Okay.
All still 5s though, right?
5s, yep.
So everything hits.
Yep. And ooh, look.
There you go.
5. So everything hit.
Everything hits.
That's
you
the
can
big
have. There you go. 2 there.
Oh, okay. Right. 10 points to 7.
That is side weapon.
Right side.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom.
Okay, here we go. 6. These are all 5 damage.
Side cargo. Flip 1.
Right side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
9.
9 is side thruster.
Left.
Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 is...
That was already rolled. Sorry, I'll roll it again. 7.
That's all right. 7 is side weapon, so flip a side.
4. Right.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What did I say?
Doesn't
4.
matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Doesn't matter. You just have to pick one, basically.
Okay. 3.
3 is, for some reason, the nose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So how much damage did you do to the butt? I hit it once.
You hit it with
everything
one for
else.
10 points.
Everything
Everything else hit the sides and the nose.
Oh my god. But still.
And now the one that isn't missing a weapon is going to cop an aft laser bay to the face.
Oh no.
It's only one roll. I don't know why I'm gathering all that.
It's lasers, isn't it?
Lasers.
It's got lasers.
Yeah, so it's 18 at short.
Nice.
You're not evading. I didn't exceed my safe thrust, so basically it's 4s.
You're shooting my nose, +2.
+2, so 6.
Yeah.
Cool. And I got a 5. Of course I got a 5.
Oh,
Obviously I got a 5. That's the way that works. Thankfully, in the next couple of turns, I'm going to turn around, and to get behind me, you're going to have to go into the atmosphere.
Shoot your nose instead. That's where I seem to be hitting.
I think you're better off.
All right. So at the end of turn 3, I managed to maneuver to your butt there, Tarron.
Following me in.
Yep. And open fired. And I seem to hit everywhere except the butt.
Everywhere except, basically.
It's all the front and the sides.
It's just this 10 points here on the aft that actually hit the aft.
Yeah. Imagine how many, all those extra thrusters and all that sort of thing damage I could have done if I had some big guns. So
all you needed was an 11 or a 10, and you would have got either the engine or the avionics, which would have messed me up trying to get into atmosphere. There you go.
So turn 4. Halfway there, Tarron.
Wow.
You have to go first, unfortunately, mate. I'm sorry. That's just the rules.
Okay. I'm at velocity 4. So it cost me 2 thrust points to make a facing change. And that is my interface layer, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to spend 2 thrust to turn this way. And I'm going to keep my velocity at 4.
All right. Yeah, it is. Okay. 1, 3, 2, 2, 6. So that's dropped to 5. But I still spent extra thrust. I just spend 1 extra. So I'm at 7. I spent 7.
Okay, so
1 to slow from 6 to 5, and I did 1, 2, 3 facing changes that only cost me 2.
Okay. So you went over your safe.
I still went over safe, just for you doing your little bum wiggle there. It's giving me a +2 penalty.
That was the only reason to do it. That was the only reason I did it, because I just made it harder for myself to get to the atmosphere there. The only reason to do that was to get my butt facing away from you so I could shoot you with something else, but it's not helped. So you'll be at +2. Yeah, you'll be at +2 and I'll be at +2 again.
Yeah.
So there you go. And I'll only have the 1 bay, and you'll have all of your weaponry, which sucks. But there you go.
Yeah.
Such as life.
But I can't hit it. It's like it's the barn. I'm hitting the barn.
No, you're going to get it this time. You're going to get it this time. It's going to happen.
All right, geez. So I'll go first then, eh?
Yep.
Sorry, yoink. Okay. Getting fast. Where's that planet? Where's that shuttle going?
I wish I could launch shuttles.
Shuttles would be good.
I've got a 2-fighter escort here with 2 doors, so I can launch them both at the same time.
I will take your green ones, actually.
Yep, go for it, buddy.
All right, so this is all. So 5 medium lasers and AC 10, 3, 4, 5. Nothing for range, nothing for angle attack. 5. Miss.
And the red's missed. And everything else hits.
Everything else hits. Okay. So big gun. 3 on your butt.
It's the nose.
It's crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
How are you
5,
so
6,
maneuverable?
7, 8, 9, 10. Well, it is like 18 kilometers worth of space, so you know.
So 8.
8 is side door, so flip a side.
Left side.
Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 lots of 10 at 5 damage each. 2 10.
Oh, 5 damage each to 10. Now 10 is aft avionics.
Right.
So 5 points a shot. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's it.
Fortunately, the threshold is 11 there, so I'm safe.
And the next fighter, who is missing 1 in his front. What do I need? 5.
5, so...
Big gun misses.
Big gun misses, everything else hits.
Everything else got it.
Yep, so
Okay.
locations for the rest.
2. Okay, 5, 5.
So the 5s are side thruster. So flip a side.
Okay, both on the right.
Both on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
10.
10 is aft avionics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 11
is aft engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well,
I should have just powered
It's like
straight on and
straight
let
on
you
it
just
off.
shoot me in the
So
back.
much
It was
damage.
pointless to make the turn. It was absolutely pointless. Yeah,
You're up, bud.
I'm up. All right. Well, let's see if I can hit you. I've got the same again. I've got
Who do you
6s.
wish? Who do you wish to shoot?
The one that is most damaged so far, probably. Yeah. So I'll shoot this guy.
Shoot number
He's
3.
got the most damage on his
Yeah.
nose there.
He's still got all his guns, so I'm going to take those out.
So I need a 6 to do 18 points of damage. I got it.
Oh, no.
18 points of damage. Nose, location table, 8.
8 on the nose is nose. It goes all there, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, because that's one big gun, you've definitely gone over the threshold. So, what was it? 8.
It's 8.
So
8 plus is a
fire
critical. 8 plus is a critical. I got a 7, so I did not critical your fire control, which is probably lucky for you.
But it wasn't 20 points of damage either. You can't just quite do enough for piloting checks.
No.
So I'm lucky that way.
Well, that's
Right.
okay.
So
good to go.
End of turn 4. So flip it to 5, mate.
Flip it to 5.
5. Here we go. So we're really close now. He's going to have to
And
see what he's got to do.
you've done basically twice as much damage to me as I've done to you, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, but it's like it hasn't done anything though. I've lost guns. And
Well,
I'm like, "Ah."
I'm probably about to force myself to make a control roll at a 5, so I'm possibly a 6. So I'm probably going to screw this up and crash. We'll see how we do. Yeah, I have to move 1 before I turn. So I'll move 1 forward and then I'll turn 1 face for 2 thrusts. So I've over my safe thrust already.
Okay.
And then I'll go forward my next velocity point. I'm gonna have to do a control roll. No matter what you do, you end up having to do a control roll. Unless I come like really close here and then turn out. But even then you have to
But you can you can come over here
and turn.
Just turn your butt.
2 faces towards, yeah. So I could go 1, 2, and then turn 2 facings.
1, 2.
And then the gravity will drop me down in the end phase.
Yeah, 1, 2, and then like that.
Yeah, 1, 2, so I'm facing away, and then gravity will drop me down, and
Which will be the atmosphere. So yeah, once you're in there, that's good.
And then at the beginning of my turn, I can remove what velocity I have left and drop the 4 turns down towards the planet.
Yeah.
That'll have to do.
All right, let's see.
I don't think we dropped last end phase either.
Not last one, but I remember for this one. It's not normally a thing you have to worry about.
Yeah, no, it's a lot different to BattleTech. Anybody getting into this, the comments in the last aerospace videos have been spot on. It's a lot different from BattleTech. So wrapping your head around some of the stuff that you have to do can be difficult, but it's fun. I'm giving myself a hiccup. It's stressing me out, man.
I like the fact you don't have many weapons on your butt there, so I need to figure out how I'm going to get down
there. Ooh. Max thrust to do it.
Max thrust.
Buddy.
Yeah, I know, right? Exciting. All right. So I've got a piloting skill of 2.
Yeah, so
there's
I'm
no
sure
point
you'll
for
be
him
fine.
to check. So there's nothing. There's no penalty.
There's no
not
differences,
yet anyway.
There's no weirdness. There's no odd stuff here at all. Above safe thrust would do it, but you're below your safe thrust, so it's not a big deal. Like I say, the only thing it adds is some engine damage and thruster damage modifiers.
Yeah.
And you haven't got any of that. So it'd be a straight roll where you would need like a 2.
A 2.
Which is ridiculous. So, yeah.
So as it stands now, I have moved into the atmosphere because that's where the line is, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Tarron is in position to maneuver in there. So thankfully I'm going to be booted out of that hex.
Engine's about to fire up, buddy.
Yeah, that's it. I get cooked. There we go. All right.
So it's the same old story. You're going to shoot me with everything at a 5, and I'm going to have to cop it, I guess.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 different white dice there. Slightly different white dice.
What would I change? I think I'd probably approach slower, because then I'd have more opportunities to shoot with my weapons.
Shoot with your weapons, because yeah, when you do make impact, it's quite damaging.
Yeah. All right. Where you go?
But we did want to see, you know, how long can it survive without an escort? Why do they need escorts? You know why?
Because of this. Yeah.
All right. So 3, 4, 5s.
So the white missed.
I rolled that.
Because you got one there.
Why did I roll that?
You got 2
1,
lots of blacks
2, 3, 4. I'm going to reroll the black ones. Okay. So those missed. All right.
That one missed.
And what I need 5.
Yeah. So I think you had 2 that missed.
There we go. All right. So
10 points to
10 points to 7,
which is side weapon.
left side.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then these are 5s, right?
Yep. 2 at 4.
So nose sensor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The butt. The butt. 7.
You haven't rolled any 12s, have you?
No.
For your hits. No. Okay. So 7 is side weapon again. So side.
Left side. Well, at least I can work the same side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. Okay, and this is the next one.
Missing weapon.
Missing a weapon.
So 5s.
Miss. Hit.
Everything else hits. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're only missing with 1 weapon for each thing. So it's not really much of a difference.
6.
6 is side cargo for the 10.
Left side.
Left side for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. 7 again.
So side weapon.
Right side.
Oops.
And these are 5
1,
damage.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
11
is after engine.
Oh, fine.
1, 2, 3.
The butt.
5.
And 9.
9 is side thruster.
Right side. Sorry, left side. Left side.
Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah. So you got to bring some big weaponry in order to breach the threshold and get a critical on these guys.
Yeah.
Or you need to roll a 12 for your hit roll.
Well, that's right. Yeah. So they can still do something.
And it was structural integrity as well. I think is a thing that does a critical, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a number of ways of getting criticals with it, but
yeah. So if you inflict structural damage, yeah.
All right. So who do you want to shoot at? The one that was damaged before?
I may as well shoot at the one
one
that's damaged
because
I'm probably going to miss. So I still need 6s, right? Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
I got you.
6.
18 points.
You need 8s. Oh,
I got a 9.
You got
Yeah.
a 9. Yeah, that's cool.
It was 6s, wasn't it?
So 4, 2 by front, and you spend extra thrust.
Oh, I went over my safe thrust.
So
Yeah,
eight.
so I
But you
technically
rolled- I
needed
think
an
you
8,
rolled,
but I got a
yeah.
9.
You got 9,
so
so
we're
that's
cool.
cool.
Okay, so 18 points on your nose, 6.
6. Here's my nose.
Straight to the nose. Great.
Avionics. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's nasty because you group it.
Critical chance. 5 is a no.
Not enough. Okay. And non-piloting. Oh, yeah, but look. It's like
It's
a
just
couple more
burning
hits
that
and it'll
nose
just-
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Eventually he might have to pike it because he's going to take too much damage.
Okay, now this is critical, so I'm going to remember this time. Gravity, we all fall 1 down.
We all fall, well, not down. Whee!
We all fall 1 towards the planet, in theory.
And
So
you're okay.
it doesn't influence units in the interface, in atmosphere, or in the ground. So you
Unless
were in the
they're zero.
interface, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't technically have to move down. You can. Move
Oh,
up.
okay. So I'm in your hex.
You're in the same hex
which
as
is
me.
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
But I'm outside. I'm still in the gravity well, so I'm falling down one. But
you're okay.
You can still like not spend. How does the spheroid get down then? You just don't spend.
You'll drop one.
You still drop one.
You'll drop one. Yeah. Your descent is quite slow because that's how they're designed.
Because it says in atmosphere or in ground, so gravity doesn't affect you.
If you have 0 velocity, gravity affects you.
Okay.
Your airplanes are using aerodynamics. You spend 2 to maintain your velocity.
Oh, okay. So I have to bring my velocity to 0, and then I will drop 1 hex at a time.
Correct. Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that will be. I mean, it's me first, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're on turn 5.
No.
We're on turn 6.
6.
Okay.
This might be.
So
This is going to be a problem.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It'll be the 11th turn that I hit ground if I'm still alive.
Oh, you only had 8.
Oh, we're doing a countdown.
We're doing an 8, but we keep going. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see how far you get. Okay. So what do you want to do?
So I'm going to reduce. I'm on the interface line now.
Yep.
So technically, I have to make a control roll. Now the craft has no thrust. Is only if it's lacking thrust due to like critical damage and stuff like that. It's not if you've got a 0 velocity. Okay, so technically I'm just making a flat control roll, but I'm on a 5, so
Yay!
I'm fine. Okay.
Nice.
So when I dropped into there, my control roll was fine. First thing I'm going to do is drop my velocity to 0, which means that in the end phase I will drop 1.
Drop 1. Okay, so now I have to decide what I'm going to do. Because I still need to... So I'm actually going to go out of atmosphere because unless I drop to 0. But then if I'm 0, then it's like, ah.
Well, you can have a max velocity in there as long as you don't go down to like row 2. If you stay in row 3 or 4 or the interface, you can go up to 9. You're sticking at around 5 or 6, so you can go down to row 2 with a safe velocity of 6. So you can technically like split up and start shooting from the sides, or just wiggle around and try and get in behind again.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm moving there, and I'm going to evade. So I'm not shooting. Do you want to shoot?
Yeah, I will 100% shoot you. So against the side is a +1. So I'm adding 4 because you're evading for 3 and I'm hitting you on the side for 1. So I've got 8s. I rolled 2 7s.
Oh, yeah, boy.
This is Tarron effect.
Yeah, boy.
He looks at me and goes, here, feel it. I'm going to get so close you can taste it and that's going to take it away from you.
All right. So you drop by 1 at the end. Still here.
You don't, unless you
I
want to.
don't. No, because I had velocity, so it doesn't affect me. Whoa. At least I didn't get shot. That's good. Right, turn 7.
Turn 7.
It is a very slow go once they get in there. If you had your aerodynes, you'd be like straight in there and drop.
Yeah, and you could technically do it with these as well if you were confident with your control rolls, but I'm not, so I'm not.
So that's it.
Technically, I didn't have to do what I just did. I could have powered forward at a reasonable altitude, at a reasonable velocity. So when you hit the interface, it's 15 max safe velocity. Row 4 is 12, row 3 is 9. So as long as you're reducing your velocity as you go, you can technically power in and do a hot landing type thing, right? But there's a boatload of control rolls and modifiers that you have to make between the interface and actually turning around and making a safe landing. So I'm not going to do that because I will stuff them up.
Mission over.
And especially the one where you enter the interface. If you screw it up, you can take some heavy duty damage depending on how fast you're going or whatever. So
That's right.
I'm playing it safe. This is a controlled burn. This is a slow descent.
He's under attack.
These pesky little bugs are going to get smashed once I'm allowed to stop on the ground and start shooting them from here. So yeah, hopefully we can make it the next, what is it, 3? Yeah, 3 more
One,
turns.
2, 3, yeah.
And then ground. Yep. So I'm there. What are you doing, buddy?
Well, yep, firing everything I can.
Fair enough.
What are you doing?
Well, if you're right behind me, I'm firing my rear arc weaponry, assuming I'm allowed to still. I'm pretty sure I am.
Here we go then. Big gun. Little gun.
I think it's only when you land that you're not allowed to fire those bays.
Yeah,
Interesting,
so
doesn't
it's +4. So I need 7s.
So yeah, 3, 4, 5 for medium, 6, 7 for the one you're firing through. Yeah, so you need 7.
7s, okay. No. Okay.
So they all hit.
So that's all right. Okay, so to the aft.
Yep.
Let's do it again. 5.
5 is side thruster. Roll
Okay.
side.
10 damage to the right side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go.
Okay. Another 5. 5 points to the left side.
5. Yep.
8.
Is side door.
Left side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 9.
Is side thruster.
Right. Left side. Left side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And the next fighter. And you go. Bleh! So what did I say? I needed 7s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
So 2 hits.
10 points to 7 on the rear.
To side.
Left side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 10.
4.
4 is the nose.
Nose. 5
1,
points.
2, 3.
Oh, dear me. This is a problem.
If you take all of that you've done to the sides by firing at the aft and apply it to the aft, you would have destroyed me by now.
Only just, though.
Only just, but you would have done it. You would have bored through the armor by now.
Okay, so shoot back now.
Shoot back now. So it's medium range, so I'm only doing 8 points of damage, and I need 4, 5, 6 for the one that I'm firing through, 7, 8 for mediums. Is that right? Yep. So I need 8s.
Attacker, do you get a bonus at being attacker evading? No.
Oh, and nose, so +2, so 10s.
10s. Oh, shit.
Yes.
No.
Missed.
No.
On turn 8, and I am still 2 hexes away from my ground. Technically a 3rd hex to actually land on the ground. So theoretically, if we had put a time limit on it, then, which you apparently did, I didn't realize we were only doing 8 turns, but yeah, so that would be a fail because I'm not on the ground yet. But it's going to be 9, 10, 11, and I'll be on the ground, assuming I'm still in one piece. So we may as well just carry it on and see what happens.
We'll see what happens,
But technically, I should have come in faster and moved faster, knowing that I had a time limit. We're all good though.
Right.
So technically a win for Adam.
Although, let's see if he's...
Let's see. So I've dropped my
more
1
damage.
and I'm at velocity 0, so I'm not doing anything else. You'll go.
Okay.
Alright, fine. Come on, shoot me up again. So you're not shooting through an atmosphere hex this time, you're shooting into one. So I don't think that +2 applies.
No. Yeah, it's only shooting through.
Yeah, and it's 6, so you'll be at short, and I'm at 0, so it's a -2. So I think that you didn't exceed your safe thrust, did you? It only cost you 6 thrust to do all of that shenanigan, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in fact.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't think you can miss. 0 velocity is a -2, so you start at a 1, and there's no other modifiers. Aft is a 0, short is a 0.
So
you're not firing through an atmospheric hex. You're firing in one and into one. So you're not firing through one, so it doesn't count. So yeah,
so I can't miss.
You can't miss. It's a 1.
Okay.
So
just a big flying barn.
Yeah, just do.
So
locations.
I'm going to hit the sides on from the butt. All right, 6 on the big gun.
6 is side cargo. Flip a side.
Right side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and the rest are 5s.
Okay, yep. So 4
is the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
7
is side.
Right side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
8
is a side.
Left side.
No.
Ooh.
5.
11
is aft.
Oh, yay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, now the next
batch.
Boop, boop, boop. All right, 6
is side, and this is the 10, right?
Yep. 1, which was right side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. 4
is the nose again. Why do you keep rolling 4s and 7s?
3
is the nose.
Hey.
5
7
is the side.
Right side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
12
is the aft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I rolled a 12, so do I get...
No, that's
No,
location.
that was location. And there's one more because he had an extra one. He hasn't damaged yet. 3 on the aft.
3 is the nose.
Of course it is.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. There we go. Right. Well, there you go. Lots of damage. Yeah, he will. Lots of damage, but I can't stop you. It's like, oh.
Well, you got 3 more turns of, well, 2 more turns of your shenanigans to pull off.
Yes, my shenanigans.
And you'll be all right, because I think in 2 more turns, 3 more turns, you're going to be able to hold something.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So 6s. With my 1 laser bay that can actually hit you. 6.
Ah, no.
Now, do you want to roll to see which one it is?
No, you can shoot at whoever. So
shooting
3
at
is the one you've been hammering on.
Shoot at the dude that I've been hammering to try and like halve the damage here. 5.
5 on nose is right wing weapon.
Damn. Well, it's 18 points, so hopefully that breaches the threshold.
Right wing weapon.
8.
Oh,
I got one. Nice. Oh my god.
1 less laser.
I just keep knocking weapons out. I want him to explode.
Ramming speed.
Ramming speed.
All right. So I've maneuvered. It's a bit different, so I didn't get into the back
What are
side
you
this
on
time.
the left there?
So I'm on the left.
And that'll be in the hex directly left up from me. So I think I can hit you with the nose stuff as well. But no, it's only 4 left that I can hit you with.
4 left.
Yep.
But
that gives me some options.
It does.
A lot of damage options. And oh my god, I'm going to hit you with all of them.
Yeah.
We are vaporizing 1 this turn, people. It's happening. I've said so.
We have to put the damage on.
Right.
Fire everything.
All right.
Fire our lasers and guns and whatever.
I was going to say, I haven't actually been tracking my ammo, but I've got 40 rounds for the AK-5s, 24 rounds each for the LRM, so I think I'm okay.
Do you want me to just go for it?
Yeah, shoot me, buddy.
Okay.
I'm on 0 velocity, which is
so
a minus 2.
2s. I hit you with everything. So it's
Yep.
just... Okay. Big one is 5.
Right side door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. 2.
Aft life support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 is aft control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 2 lots of 7. Right. 10 to 4.
Right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
5 to 4.
Right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 at 7.
Aft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now I'm getting to bite.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And 12.
12 is the aft. Fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fours are 24. 24 points left on the aft.
So there you go.
You are massacring me, buddy.
Fighters for the win. Except now he's so many guns.
So who's taken the most damage? Him.
3. You'll be working on 3. You could probably
And it
annihilate.
will be a shot to the nose again.
Yep.
I haven't done any weird stuff. You haven't done any weird stuff. So it's short range against the nose. So I'm on 6s. Ooh, critical.
Oh, no.
So they both hit and the laser bays are critical. So, or a critical chance. So we'll do the PPC first. It's 10 points on the nose to 6.
6 on the nose is nose avionics, which you'll get. 9, 10, threshold was 9.
Exceeded threshold, got a 6, so no critical. This one gets 1 critical chance for the 12, and then it does, what was it, laser bay is 18 points to 6.
Uh-oh. 9, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, I've got 2 points of armor left on the front there.
Okay, but it exceeded the threshold, right?
Definitely,
So
yeah,
I got 2 critical chances. 1 critical on whatever it was.
Avionics.
Avionics. Okay.
So I've got a +1 on my
Control rolls.
Control rolls, it would be.
Okay. And then we'll do the LRMs and the AC5s. So this will be the LRMs and this will be the AC5s.
Whoa,
And again, they're all 6s.
Oh. Ow!
Yep, they all hit. No criticals this time, but so the LRMs to 3, you take 24 points.
3 on the nose. 3 to nose, right?
Yeah, 3 to nose.
Which is nose sensors. How much damage?
24.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 18. You just ripped it apart with that.
Cool.
Gone.
And then the 2 rounds of AC5 shells just sail straight through, take the engine out, and it goes bang!
Boom.
Right.
Number 3. Is that
Have we established who's in charge here yet?
I won ages ago.
Shut up. All right.
Ow.
So, if I can weather one more round where you don't do more than 24 points of damage to my aft, then I can land safely.
I've got to do a lot more. I've got to get all through that too. That's 22 there. So
I was going to say it's 2 points per internal, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
All right, so you go back 1. Auto hit. Basically.
Auto hit, so you're just doing locations.
Here we go. Oh, 10 to 12.
Yep.
Whatever that is.
Technically, you could roll location hits to see if you get a 12. Technically.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because the 12 is a chance for a critical. Up to you.
Well, let's make those the hits then. That's fine.
Okay,
What
so everything hits, and
everything hits.
your 10 is a critical.
All right.
Well, it's got a critical chance.
A critical chance.
Yeah. So, where you go.
So, I've hit 12.
No, that was your 2-hit roll, which you couldn't fail, but we were just seeing if you
Where
got
the crit
a critical hit.
Okay, so 10. So 10 to 10.
10 is on the side, left side weapon. So, takes 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
7.
10.
Not enough.
7 is not enough for a critical.
All right. So they hit.
So,
So
it
now
was
I
worth
go-
a shot.
So now, yeah. So now I see where these hit. Here we go. All right. All right. 2 lots of 7s.
7 is aft weapon for 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
10.
Is the left side weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 12.
12 is the aft and fuel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
And
now I'm going to try and kill you.
No.
Stuff this. There's the PPC, the LRMs. That's the AC, and then these are the lasers. So, sixes, I think. Yep. So, PPC, LRM, and AC, lasers.
Too late to event.
Oh!
No!
So, the LRM's missed, so you're lucky there. That was the biggest damage block. But I've got a critical chance with the PPCs. The axe hit, and the lasers. I needed 8s, didn't I? No, I need 6s. 6s. Okay, so everything hit. So PPCs, because I get a critical chance. Let's do them first.
So how much damage is it?
10 points of damage
10.
on the nose to 10.
Nose to 10 is left wing.
Left wing takes 10 points and a critical chance. And I think it gets another one because that will
threshold.
Overgo threshold.
Crit and thresh.
So 2 crits.
2 crits, so 2 weapons.
2 weapons.
Just in time for the end of the game.
Both of those wing weapons go splat. The AC 5s do 10 points of damage as well. On the nose, 5.
5 is right wing.
10 points.
And then we have a threshold of 5. So you have to beat it.
Oh.
You have to beat it. You have to beat threshold. Not equal. You have to beat it.
Yeah, it does 10 points.
Oh, that's right.
There's 2 AC 5s.
It's
yeah,
10.
the 2 AC 5s in the bay. It does 10 points in one block.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so critical note.
Oh.
And then the laser bay does 18 points of damage to 9 on the nose.
9 on the nose is left wing weapon. There's no weapon.
18 points of damage.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Halfway.
So critical for exceeding threshold is a pass, so you get a critical, but there's no weapons left, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't transfer, I believe, in this.
No, I don't
I'll
think so.
have to look up.
No. I don't think the criticals do anything. If it's not there, I don't think it does anything. So don't worry
or it might
about
do a structural integrity hit.
So what if we are doing 20 points of damage for a control roll, then you have to make a control roll with a plus.
It's +1 for
plus
each 20.
1
for each 20.
because you've got 38.
30. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. if the LRMs had hit as well, you would have had to make with a +4.
Oh.
So yeah, +2.
Okay. +2 for every full 20 points.
Yeah.
It's a +1. You did
Oh yeah,
38.
+1. Sorry.
That's 1.
Sorry, not +2. +1.
Yep.
Passed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Base of 2. So.
But then I dropped my final 1 in the end phase and hit the ground, and that's my end condition, right?
You can do a landing.
So I have to do a landing.
I'm pretty sure if you haven't got any damage, you can just land. As far as I know.
Any units entering a hex or hexes for a dropship at the same altitude as the underlying terrain can attempt to land. Okay. So we just make a control roll.
Whoa, dude!
On the spot, mate.
Bringing it home solid.
Our scouts were down there. They put a marker like, eek, eek, and I brought that baby down. Dead center. You could have like used laser things and gone, yeah, no, you were right. Oh, boom! Look at that.
So now that you've unloaded the 12, I don't know, Atlas that you've got in there, I'm just gonna bugger off.
I was gonna say this is a Lyran Scout company here to see what you've got, mate.
Yeah.
They can actually take more damage than the Union did.
Oh, they just fill in all those holes. Just lie in
That's
there.
That's insane amounts of damage though from 2 light fighters. But bear in mind, the Union actually has a fighter capacity of 2. So technically, if you're playing this with like a full thing, you would be able to have 2 fighters as an escort for this guy.
Yeah.
It'd push your BV up, but you'd be able to have 2 come out of this and fly ahead of you and run interference and stuff. You would also, if you're playing to a time limit, I would come in a lot faster than I did. Like I'd bring that up to like a 15 and just drop it by 5 each time and risk the control roll because that's easy.
Yeah, if time sensitive.
Yeah, you got to come in with a hard burn. Again, I'd be playing. Normally, you would be playing across like this.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to make your vertical landings. Your guy, where I was having to face this way, you've technically got either of these two hex faces that you can face towards. So it's slightly easier for that.
But it makes it easier for drop. Like if you're dropping one hex because of gravity, this makes it obvious. Whereas that, like you're saying, a little bit more flexible.
Yeah. But not quite as But again, you can play it either way. It doesn't really matter. It's not that big a deal, to be honest.
We just like this map because it's bigger hexes, so you can actually sort of fit in there.
Yeah, that was the other thing. This is completely the wrong scale. Okay, don't take this as like cannon stuff. It should fit in a hex. It'd be about that size. But yeah, I think I've got some Union ones in that bunch of stuff that I got, but I'll have to paint them up and we can have like a full scale battle thing go.
But you could technically do that. You know, you could play a game where you're using mech scale fighters and the aerospace scale, whatever it is, aerospace.
Just so because
it doesn't matter. Yeah, because it won't matter because 18 kilometers would be like a long way away.
It's just you can fit like quite a lot of these into one hex. I can't remember what the stacking rule is, but I think you can fit quite a few.
There's no limit.
There's no stacking rule, so you can have a dozen fighters all in that one hex technically.
I found people getting a lot of the acrylic stands
that let you just stack them up.
Or if you can't afford those, just order a pizza and they'll give you that the
little
table you can use. That'll work. But look, there's probably some things that we didn't include in there just to simplify it. So I mean, there are some other modifiers for. I mean, if someone's making an atmosphere hex 1 when they're doing an attack against another air target and you target them, you get a bonus. There's all these sorts of other things, but luckily there was a lot of internal damage. But if you had your landing gear and things like that, that could have, although you rolled 12, so you probably would have blasted everything.
But I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 9 points. So one more Act 10 hit on that aft, and I'm out.
No, because then it transfers to that.
And then it transfers to structural integrity. But you're taking like extra control roll stuff and extra damage to this. And if you hit aft engine or aft gear and get a critical, then I'm like, if you hit structural integrity on that aft and it's gear, then I take a critical hit to the gear, or I get a critical hit chance for the gear, which then I would not be able to land. So starting your like planetary invasion stuff up here and making people make their way to the planet is really fun. Yeah, it's really cool because you can focus in on like one dropship with a whole bunch of other stuff and just try and take it out. Like pick the biggest dropship and try and just cripple its gear or destroy its engines or something, and it won't be able to land properly. It will burn up or something like that, and you've taken that whole company of mechs or whatever of mechs out of the fight on the ground. It's
a big investment.
Big investment, but they've got some serious. You didn't see it here because weirdo here keeps sitting right behind the thrusters for some reason. But just the laser bay in the aft is doing 18 points of damage at a time. And there's a lot of damage coming out of these things at a single point.
There are some of the assault dropships that are just absolutely horrendous.
They do. There's a couple of clan assault dropships that can just vaporize one of these things.
Well, they do. They could do like 120 points with just conventional weapons, just the conventional bays.
And quite a lot of them have been fitted with at least 1 or 2 naval scale, like capital scale weapons, like naval lasers and naval cannons.
Oh yeah.
So they can do even more damage.
Little pocket warship things.
It's ridiculous stuff. But it's really actually quite fun. But it is a bit dense, so I wouldn't blame anybody to not include aerospace in their games. Yeah,
but saying that, a lot of the engagements that they have are small scale, so it'll be like a merc unit. So I mean, they're very lucky to get even a union. It's quite hard to get. But if you have a union like that, you're going to want the 2 fighters as escort because you've pretty got your whole future in there for most of them.
I would print out my Fortress one, because I think that has a 4, like a Lancer fighters that it can use.
Oh, okay.
But even this guy has 2 fighters that he can use, and then the mech bays. So it's
there
definitely usable.
There are some very cool dedicated sort of aerospace dropships.
Like carriers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Leopard CV or something was like just got rid of all the mechs, but it carries like 6 fighters or something. So that's pretty good. 6 fighters,
which
and
is
that
insane.
can shoot itself if it needs to.
Yeah, there's a few that have quite a lot of stuff on them.
But at least this sort of gives you an idea of sort of what you can do. You can then expand your games to do like a planetary invasion. You can pick your forces for the defense and for the attack, what you're going to go. I mean, being able to use a dropship to help secure a location is pretty handy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to that. But at least, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it gives you an idea of sort of what to look at.
No, it's not the fortress that has the fighter bays. The fortress has a company, 12 mechs.
Company, okay, yeah.
It's a company. Yeah, so 12 mechs, 12 heavy vehicles, and then 3 platoons of infantry.
Nice.
But there is an upgrade, I think, that gives it like a something that gives it another one. I might have been thinking of a different one. I think the Dogs of War, when I initially started the Merc company, I gave them an Overlord, which has all the cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Definite fighter bays and things like that.
Good luck getting one of those. Even rarer than these guys. Yeah, lucky mercs.
But yeah, you really do need either multiple units or some sort of screening unit, like a fighter or something, because I was literally 9 points away from being destroyed there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little slower approach and some long range fire would have done me a bit better service. But
use the range while you can.
Yeah. But approaching slower, and I would have been even further over my time limit.
Yeah.
So,
well, we set the 8 turns as a guide just to try and see how far you can get in 8 turns.
I should really have thought of that, because 8 turns is what we usually play to. I should have come in faster. But like I say, it got very, very close to being destroyed by 2 simple fighters, and they are basically even BV wise.
Yeah, so BV they are.
Those 2 matched this roughly for BV. He's got way better pilots and gunnery skill, and I've just got the standard, but it still matches up quite well.
I ain't got the chonk. I just ain't got the chonk. Then you fire those guns, and you're doing
once
doing
you get out into
straight away too, like 18 damage and 20 damage.
Once you get out into the actual proper bay side somewhere, and I focus fire, you cactus.
Yeah.
But you still have to make the roll, and you can stuff it up, and there's only a few bays per side. So. But
I'm looking at the weapon load, and they'd be a threat to each other. Easy.
Oh yeah.
There's so many weapons there.
Yeah, especially if you can get them, like, if you're here facing this way, then there is only one side. But as soon as you get to here, you're hitting with the nose and that side.
Yeah.
So there and there, you're hitting with multiple locations worth of bays, and that will hurt you.
That's what you want.
That is what you want as the firer. As the target, you want to get in on either one side and get those aft hits, or get right in behind and cut down the amount of weapons that are shooting back at you.
And always losing initiative to fighters and small craft because of the classification. Yeah,
that's just a movement schedule that's part of the aerospace turn. So dropships always move first, and then small craft, and then aerospace.
The fighters. So yeah, it's hard. It'd be nice to get fighters into that sweet spot, but you'd be lucky to do it.
It's difficult to difficult to do.
Right. So there we go. That is our first battle report, where we learnt some stuff, and hopefully you did too. We learnt what not to do.
Hopefully we learnt that as well. Bad, yeah.
But so our introduction to dropships in a game. It was very simple, but we will continue with this series. We'll look at some other. We might have a closer look at some dropships.
Yeah, we've got a bit more aerospace stuff to do yet, and then we can maybe play some more like battles and just go nuts with some stuff, which will be fun. We're not like structured on what we're doing anymore. I got some ideas.
Ideas are good. There we go.
Ideas are good.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And just keep an eye out and subscribe to the channel.